2, and what a save from Coe!
Nathan Coe, and for Sydney for Alessandro Del Piero. And Del Piero has his kick saved.
Introducing our new goalkeeper coach for 2018, former Socceroo and Melbourne Victory man, Nathan Coe. The newly retired 35-year-old brings a wealth of experience to Bentleigh Greens in what will be his first role back in the game after injury brought his career to a premature stop. Having been on the books at Inter Milan, PSV Eindhoven and Copenhagen, Coe joins other high-profile goalkeeper coaches to grace NPL Victoria, including Melbourne Knights' Frank Juric and Socceroo legend Jeff Ulver. The Queensland native arrives at Kingston Heath at a time when the club has extremely strong goalkeeper stocks on the pitch, with Jimmy Rooney medalist Ryan Scott and new signing Pierce Clark both vying for the number 1 spot, which Coe said has been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, it's been brilliant, and they both get along really well and push each other. And I think even young Tommy as well, who comes in, it's a great little team within itself. And we work on little things every day, but it's good to have 2 good goalkeepers or 3 goalkeepers who push each other and want the best for each other. But also, there is that competition going ahead, but it's great because they're pushing each other in training, so it makes the level a lot higher. So it's a really good environment to be a part of. Yeah, I think we've got some really good players. I think everyone's looking fit. So for me, it's a really, really important part to have a big squad a squad that's strong throughout the whole starting and the reserve squad, or the squad needs to be strong. And I think that's definitely what JA's put together here. And we've got some great players, and they work together as a team, and they can play football. So that's a big part of football, I guess, so being able to play. So I think it's a bright future, this one.
Coe said the move to Bentleigh came about via a link from his Melbourne Victory days, and said he was at first doubtful he'd enter into coaching.
So Johnny Ione here he was actually the first person I met when I signed for Melbourne Victory. He picked me up from the airport and stayed in contact ever since with him, and met him a few times. And after I sort of couldn't play anymore, and we spoke about it a little bit, and I didn't think I'd ever really get into coaching. And then sort of come 2 years after playing, or 2.5, 3 years, it's sort of like, I think that it's a nice challenge and something that I think hopefully I can help the goalkeepers. I think we've got 3 great goalkeepers here, and hopefully I can impart some of my knowledge. And I've had a lot of great goalkeeper coaches, and I've played with a lot of good goalkeepers, and so hopefully I can help them to improve. And I thought it'd be a good thing to try and give something of my knowledge back, and see if it does help, and try and improve them.
Coe also spoke glowingly of Bentleigh Greens having been exposed to the club during the FFA Cup, and said the decision to join John Anastasiadis' ranks was an easy one.
Yeah, so it was just sort of touch base, and we just caught up sort of thing, and then sort of just spoke about the club and the team and that sort of thing. And then towards the start of this season, sort of spoke more about would I be interested in becoming a goalkeeper coach and things like that. And up until then I probably hadn't really thought about it. And then once he asked, I sort of started to think, and I thought, it's a good way to get back into football. Being away from it it's probably been about 3 years now, and it's a great club. I remember we played here in a pre-season game, and I was really impressed with the facilities and the team, and they always do very well in the FFA Cup, and obviously won last year. So, for me, it's an easy choice to make to come to Bentleigh because of the people behind, with Johnny A and the team and the players and the goalkeepers as well. I'm really impressed with the 3 of them. So, for me it was easy.
Looking ahead to the season, which effectively starts this coming Friday night with the Community Shield clash against Heidelberg United, Coe said he'd love to get his goalkeepers to step up to the National League, but was adamant that all comes about from a successful campaign.
My goals would obviously be to get the boys firing and obviously win here, but also if we could get them to move to the A-League would be fantastic. Maybe not so much for Bentleigh, but I think they both have the ability, and hopefully we can get one of them or 2 of them there. But first and foremost, this season's the most important part, and going on a great run in the FFA Cup and winning again is the most important thing for me. I think definitely from what I've seen, we've definitely got the squad to do it, and the coaching staff, the infrastructure here is brilliant. So that's the main goal.
And having now completed a pre-season in the NPL, Coe said he believes the gap between the state leagues and the A-League has closed significantly since his junior days, and was hopeful of some cup upsets in 2018.
With the Victory, played a few friendly games. We played Bentley a few times. Seeing the FFA Cup and some of the runs that the teams have gone on, I think definitely the Victorian NPL is the strongest, I would say. And from the way that Bentley play football, it's really impressive, to be honest. I think I'm from Queensland. I haven't been back there for a long time, but I remember way back then, no one was playing football, and now it's a lot higher standard. And I think the gap's probably not that huge compared to what it was, and I think it's only getting better and better. And with the likes of JA coaching and the people behind the scenes, working on playing football, I think it's only going to get bigger and better. So, hopefully we keep pushing and win the FFA Cup would be a fantastic way to show the levels aren't that great.